Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Tammy. I am the mother of 4 children, age 8 to 14, and I'm the admin of Focus on Healing Kids. My oldest children have PANDAS, and my oldest and youngest daughters have ADHD. So basically, my oldest has both PANDAS and ADHD, although a fairly mild form of ADHD. My story is primarily about her and our journey to proper diagnosis and treatment, and about how whole food nutrition has helped us along the way. So my daughter Rachel was a healthy, happy baby who grew into an equally happy, healthy toddler and preschooler. She was precocious, sociable, and smart. When she was 2, she already knew her letters, numbers, shapes, colors, anything you would expect them to learn in preschool. She probably could have learned to have read before going into kindergarten, even if I would have done a little bit more work with her. When we'd be in the restaurant, she'd go up to other customers, greet them, say hi. She'd always have a nice big smile. She was just a fun-loving kid. However, all that began to change once she started kindergarten. Suddenly she became moody, irritable, just more distracted than a 6-year-old should be. She had trouble following the simplest instructions. All 3 of my daughters also suffered from strep throat starting in September that same year, and I was running them to the doctor twice a month from September to May getting antibiotics. They would finish 1 dose, and then they would need it again. My oldest continued to go downhill academically and socially from there on out. She struggled to make friends, couldn't sit in class, argued and fought over simple requests to help out around the house. Her grades gradually declined until she struggled to get anything above a D or an F. She would obsess over things like the weather, and she had a morbid fascination with death. She refused to take care of her body, wouldn't do things like shower, brush her hair or teeth. In fact, each time I brushed her hair, it sounded like we were beating her. She also had mild tics, but we didn't know that's what they were until later on. But looking back, we're like, oh yeah, she did that. She did that. Throat clearing tics, nose blowing tics. She huffed her breath when she breathed on occasion. So they were definitely present. By the time she was 8, she started making comments that she wanted to die. At the time, we didn't take it seriously because we felt like she was just trying to get attention and she wasn't serious. But let's be serious for a moment. What normal 8-year-old says they want to die, even if it was for attention? Eventually, she became angry all the time. She was destructive with property and constantly set out to physically hurt her siblings and us. At one point, she stabbed me with a pencil, hit her sister over the inside of the thigh with a broken dustpan, and threatened her own life with a knife. We tried numerous medications, several antidepressants, and at least 6 different medicines for the ADHD. It all either had no effect or made her aggression worse. I was at such a loss seeing my baby suffer. She was spiraling into a deep hole that we were afraid we'd never be able to pull her out of. We even had CPS called on us several times due to her behavior. I knew that diet might have an effect on her behavior, but I didn't know where to start. Eventually, I was introduced to Juice Plus. Within about 2 months, I'd already noticed a considerable decrease in her meltdowns. Instead of several meltdowns a day, we were now experiencing perhaps 2 a week. I knew there was something there, even if I didn't know the science behind it. About the same time, I learned about PANDAS, pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorders associated with strep. Symptoms include obsessive compulsive behaviors, tic disorders, or both, plus evidence of other neuropsychiatric symptoms such as hyperactivity, mood changes, developmental regression, anxiety, ADHD, you name it. I realized the symptoms fit too well. Luckily for us, we had a specialist local to us. Not many have that luxury. Most have to travel hundreds of miles just to get to their nearest specialist. Even with that though, I still drug my feet seeking treatment, partially because she was doing so well on the Juice Plus. Problem is, she still thought taking it, and I ended up becoming lax and giving them to her on a daily basis. So this past summer, we saw the worst flare since about 2 years before. In fact, some might even say this one was worse than that one. She sank into a deep depression. She began self-cutting, threatening suicide. I was forced to take her to our local mental hospital, which does not recognize PANDAS, by the way. And they treated her again with psychotropic meds. And again, the professionals could not figure out why she wasn't responding to care, and even getting worse. She spent 3 separate occasions this summer as inpatient, then partial care, then residential treatment care. She ended up missing the first quarter of her first year of high school, I should say. But because of all of this, I finally pursued treatment with a specialist. We're luckier than many. Within days, she responded to this treatment, blowing the minds of her therapists and medical professionals at the RTC unit. At her last follow-up, her specialist said that the hospital is now pursuing an educational meeting with other physicians on PANDAS. It's incredible. And he asked me if that was because of Rachel. Oh my God, I don't know. But it's a great thing. Well, upon release from RTC, she was only referred to regular therapy sessions, which is unheard of. Most are suggested to return to partial care at least for a while or intensive therapy. It's very rare for a patient to be recommended for just regular therapy. Now that she's back home, we are currently pursuing the regular treatment of long-term antibiotics, probiotics, and Juice Plus to restore the gut. And once she finishes the course of long-term antibiotics, plan on going to a more holistic routine of golden seal and oil of oregano to keep the flares away and infection. She's having a great year of high school. She has friends. She's currently carrying a B average. She is a much happier girl, and we love having her daughter back. For those that are unaware of the science behind why Juice Plus is so great for our PANDAS kiddos, well, research has shown there's a reduction in inflammation upon use and an increase in the immune system, meaning that you can fight off infections easier. So important when you get to flu season, especially to keep those colds and flus at bay. It provides essential polyphenols that feed the healthy bacteria in the gut. There are lots of holistic options, vitamins, minerals, and other compounds available in the treatment of PANDAS. But I love the fact that there is nothing but whole food in Juice Plus. I know it's safe, I know it helps her to be healthy, and I have seen the negative behaviors decrease when taken on a daily basis. I'd recommend it to anyone. I hope you've been encouraged today. And I want to take a moment to thank you for participating in today's PANDAS educational event. If you have any questions or you want to learn more, please get in touch with your admin, who will be more than happy to help you. Blessings on your day.